Hello, and welcome back to the Steve Ball Show. Um, this week we're first going to talk about the Santa Clauses, which is on Disney Plus. So this week was the finale of the Santa Clauses, and we see Scott Calvin, which is Santa Claus, and his family. They're trying to go back and save Christmas because the replacement, I forget his name, he's trying to do Christmas every day, and it's destroying Chris's spirit, and the elves are disappearing. And he made a mistake about trying to retire. So him and his family go back there, and they try to save Christmas, and he tries to become Santa Claus again, and see if he get to go back. If you want to watch it, I don't want to ruin the show. So if you want to watch it, this week's finale, it's on Disney Plus. It's a good show. I like how they ended the season. Hopefully, maybe there'll be more next year of the Santa Clauses. But if you want to watch it, it's on Disney Plus. Now all the episodes are available on Disney Plus. So yeah, it's a good show. It's a continuation of the Santa Claus movies. So if you want to watch it. Next thing I want to talk about is at Christmas time. Do you have any favorite Christmas movies that you like to watch? I have a lot of Christmas movies that I like to watch. This is called Steve's Christmas Movies. I like to, during the holiday seasons, I like to watch Elf, and I like to watch Jingle All the Way, Fred Claus, The Grinch, The Stole Christmas. I just love those movies. They're one of my they're like Home Alone. These are like one of my favorites. I like when Buddy says, "What's a Christmas? What's a what's a what's a Christmas, Graham? I want one." Or the best way to spread holiday cheer is singing loud for all to hear. Um, or I'm in the store and I'm singing. Like I love all those uh, quotes from Elf. As you can see, I've seen a lot. I also love The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, which is it's one of my favorite movies. But if you have any favorite movies that you like to share with me, just leave a comment and tell me which favorite holiday movie you like to watch, Christmas movie you like to watch. You can leave a comment in the comment section. So next, we're going to do Steve's Vinyl. This one is called Lindsey Sterling, Warmer in the Winter. It's a good one. I'm going to play a little clip. I've got to find a clip from it. 1 minute. This is Carol the Bells by Lindsey Sterling. As you can see, oops. As you can see, the violin and the music is pretty. If you like a classic, like a instrumental Christmas album, this is one. She does sing on some of it, but the songs are on here that are on here are "Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy," "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch," "Christmas Come On," Carol of the bells, angels we have heard on high. I saw 3 ships, let it snow. Warmer in the winter, what child is this? All one for Christmas, time to fall in love. Jingle Bell Rock, and Silent Night. So it's a good album if you want a Christmas album to listen to. You can get it anywhere. I guess eBay, Amazon, online. I don't think this is in Target right now. I got this a couple years ago. So it's a good album to get. Lindsey Stirling, Warmer in the Winter. And last but not least, sorry this will be a short episode, is Steve's Steve's, Bills, and Joe's picks for the NFL this week. This is week 15. So the first game is tomorrow night, which is the San Francisco 49ers versus the Seattle Seahawks. Bill said the Niners win 34-27. I agree. I think I messed up again. I think the 49ers are better than the Seattle Seahawks. I just think that they have way more weapons than Seattle at this point. I think that it's going to be a 2-score game. I think Christian McCaffrey will have 2 touchdowns. I think if Purdy plays, he'll play okay. He's an okay backup. And I think that they win this game. I think they win 34-14 against the Seattle Seahawks. So Joe says that the 49ers win 28-14. So the next game is, these are the Saturday games. The next game is Indianapolis Colts versus the Minnesota Vikings. Joe says the Vikings win 32-28. Bill says the Vikings win 32-16. I agree. I think it's a blowout game. The Colts are not that great. As we can see, they fired their coach for a reason. And I just think that Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson have a big game. And I think Dalvin Cook gets into action. I think Cook has a touchdown. I think Jefferson has 3 or 4 touchdowns. So I think the Vikings will win in a statement game. I think they win 45-16 against the Colts. And the next game is the Ravens versus the Cleveland Browns. Joe says Ravens win 24-17. Bill says the Ravens win 31-7. I agree. I think the Ravens will blow out the Browns. The Browns are not that good. Deshaun Watson's not showing what he used to be. He's like playing mediocre, which understandably he hasn't played all season, so he's rusty. So, but I think it's like a 31-7 game. I just think even though the Ravens are banged up, they're just way better than the Browns at this point. So I think the Ravens win this game easily against the Browns. Then the last game of the Saturday night games is the Buffalo Bills versus the Miami Dolphins. Joe says the Dolphins win 34-28. Bill says the Bills win 34-20, and I agree with Billy. I just think the Dolphins are struggling right now, and I think Buffalo is playing better. But I do think this game will be a low-scoring game because it's supposed to be snowing. It's supposed to be up to 7 inches of snow. So I think that the Bills win this game 24-20 against a struggling Dolphins team. So the next game is the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Chicago Bears. Bill says the Eagles win 45-25. Joe says the Eagles win 42-28. I agree. I think the Eagles handily beat the lowly Chicago Bears. I think A.J. Brown goes off again, has a big game. I think he has 2 touchdowns. I think Devontae Smith has 2 touchdowns. So, and I think that Miles Sanders has a touchdown. So I think that they win this game. Like maybe I agree with Billy, 45-20. The Eagles win. The next game is the Lions versus the Jets. Billy says the Lions win 34-31. I think the Lions win this game. I think it'll be a little. I think it'll be a 2-score game. So I think that the Lions win 34-21. I just think the Lions are playing hot right now. They're coming together. They're on a roll. So I think they continue, and I think they win by 2 scores. Joe says the Jets win 28-21. So yeah, the next game is the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Carolina Panthers. Billy says the Steelers win 28-26. Joe says the Panthers win 28-17. I agree with Joe. I think the Panthers are just starting to click. And I think they continue to click. The Steelers are not that good. But the Panthers, I just think they just got something going right now. So I agree with the score. I think they win 20-17. I think it's low scoring because they both stink. But the Panthers are on a roll, and I think they continue. The next game is the Kansas City Chiefs versus Houston Texans. I think the Kansas City Chiefs win this easily. I think 45-17, the Chiefs win against the Texans. Bill says the Kansas City Chiefs win 42-20, and Joe says the Chiefs win 42-21. So yeah, I think it's a blowout game. The Texans are horrible. They're 1-10 or 1-11 for a reason. So I just think that the Kansas City keeps playing well, and Houston just keeps playing bad. The next game is Atlanta Falcons versus the New Orleans Saints. Bill says the Falcons win 27-23. Joe says the Saints win 21-14. I agree with Billy. I think Falcons are better than the Saints. Even though they're starting the rookie quarterback, I just still think the Falcons have the upper hand. I think it's like a 27-23 game. So I think the Falcons win this game. The next game is the Dallas Cowboys versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Bill says the Jaguars win 33-30. Joe says the Cowboys win 38-32. I agree with Billy. I think Jacksonville is just playing well right now. I think it'll be an upset. I do think it's like Billy's score. I think we 33-30. I think by field goal. So I think that Jacksonville goes on the field and scores last second, and they win the game. Next game is the Arizona Cardinals versus the Denver Broncos. Both teams are horrible. Joe says the Broncos win 21-14. Bill says the Cardinals win 24-17. I think the Broncos win this game because Kyler Murray's hurt, and he's out for a season. Colt McCoy's not that good. So I think the Broncos win in a close game. I think it'll be like 20-17 that the Broncos edge out the win against the Cardinals. The next game is the New England Patriots versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Billy says that the Patriots win 28-22. Joe says the Raiders win 28-21. And I agree with Joey. I think the Raiders are going to win this game. I just have a feeling that Derek Carr and Devontae Adams will have a good game. And I think maybe like a one-score game. So I agree. I think like 20-21. The Raiders win a last-second touchdown. So I think the Raiders win this game. The next game is the Tennessee Titans versus the LA Chargers. Bill says the Chargers win 27-24. I think the Chargers win this game. No, I think the Titans win this game. Even though they're playing bad, I don't think they're going to lose. I think they get back on a winning streak. I think Derrick Henry has a good game. I think they pound the ball. So I think they win like 31-30 against the Chargers. Last second. And Joe says the Titans win 30-21. So the next game is the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Tampa Bay Bucks. Billy wrote about things that Bengals win 21-18. Joe says the Bengals win 32-28. I agree. I think the Bengals are just playing good, and I think they continue. The Bucks, Tom Brady's not looking like himself, so I think the Bucks continue to struggle, and I think it's a close game. So I agree with Joe's score. I think maybe 32-28. The Bengals win. The next game is the New York Giants versus the Washington Commanders. Bill says the Commanders win 34-24. Joe says the Commanders win 28-17. I agree. I think the Commanders just keep playing well. Taylor Heineke is way better than Wentz was. He's playing real well. So I think they continue to be on roll, and I think they win this game like 34-14. They win this game. The last game is the LA Rams versus the Green Bay Packers. Bill says the Packers win 24-20. Joe says the Packers win 30-27. I agree. It's like I think it's like 30-27. That's a close game. Both teams are not that good. So I just think that Rodgers leads the team down on a last, and Mason Crosby kicks the last second field goal to win the game against the Rams. So, thanks for watching my show. Hope all your teams win besides the Giants, Commanders, Cow Cheats, and the Cheatriots. And hope you have a good NFL Sunday. Hope your holiday seasons go well so far, and you're enjoying this time with your family and friends, and watching a lot of good Christmas movies, listening to Christmas music, and just remember it's a good time to give back if you can, and just to be thankful, and enjoy this time, and enjoy the Christmas lights, and the festivities, and so I hope you enjoy my show. Please subscribe to the Steve Ball Show on YouTube. I appreciate you watching my show, and have a good week. Have a good NFL Sunday, and Lord willing, see you next week.